Okay, just gonna hide back here. I don't think he's gonna find me if I stay in the shadows. Oh, hey! Cool! Oh, wait, no. We got monetized, baby. That means I have to make another video for you. So how about we make a template for a guitar that only exists in the digital world? I'm going to start using my favorite free software, Inkscape. This is where I do all of my 2D digital drawings of my guitars, and we're going to turn this into a laser file. The guitar we're going to make a template for is the double cut version of my Etiquette. I've made a video on the single cut version. I haven't physically made a version of the Etiquette DC yet, so we're all on an adventure together today. So I've already made a 2D drawing in Inkscape of this guitar just to get the proportions and measurements figured out, and now what I'm doing is I'm taking that drawing and I'm drawing over it the lines that will become the template that I'll cut out on the laser bed. I had the thought here to draw a large cutout around the pickup cavity that I can then insert different pickup styled routing templates into. This would work, but in this case it doesn't for reasons we'll see later. I could just route a large cavity that would accommodate any pickup, but I think it's a little bit cooler to have a specific route cut out for a single coil or a humbucker P90 or such. Generally, the information I want a routing template to contain when I physically make it are the body outline, the pickup and neck pocket route locations, any contours for the top carves, and the control cavity, because I like all that to be the same place every time. At least the lines that guide me should be the same place every time. Since I do a lot of handwork on these guitars when I make them, there's a little bit of variance, but that's just part of the game. Here you can see me drawing out the control cavity. I'm not really in love with how this turned out, but I wanted to have it on the template anyway. Just makes things easier down the road. I should mention there's no reason to be locked into any decisions you make at this stage. You can always make a new template later, or have a dedicated routing template for the control cavity. I do have one of those in my shop, of course. So the laser that I'm going to be using is an Acer P20, which is just a hobby grade machine, and because of that, this entire template will not fit on the laser bed in a single cut. So what I'm going to do is separate this upper horn and cut it out on its own, and then have a dovetail joint cut out that will allow it to slip into the body. This is sort of a new technique for me, but it's been working out very well so far. I'd like to take a moment to ask you to like and subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it and it helps me out a ton. Also, let me know if you're interested in me diving more into the software I'm using here. This is Inkscape. It is a free vector-based art program, but it is very useful for what we're doing. The plugin we're going to be using to convert our file into G-code is called the JTech Community Laser Tool. There are many tutorials on YouTube on how to install this. It's available from GitHub, and it's a pretty painless process. Alright, so it's time to cut. The material I use on the laser bed to cut out these templates is 2.7mm utility plywood from Home Depot. It's pretty cheap. I get these cut at Home Depot into 19-inch squares, and they are perfect for the laser bed. So we're going to run this program 3 times, and we're going to make 3 duplicates of this template. The plan is to laminate those 3 duplicates together to make a thicker and more sturdy template. The typical way I would locate these when I glue them up is cutting 2mm holes all over the template for toothpicks. And I do have those holes in this program, but that ends up not working out because of a mistake I made a little bit earlier. What I did was I forgot to set the laser power to the correct level to get a clean cut through this material. It's getting about 90% through the material, but we need 100 to make these toothpick holes work correctly. So because the power levels weren't set correctly, I'm going to have to do something that you shouldn't have to do, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, and that is go over all these lines with a razor blade to pop them out of the sheet. Mistakes happen, I'll leave it in the video, but this is not the typical experience. Out of annoyance and desperation, I decide that maybe using a sander will allow me to do the Squid Game cookie trick. This does not work at all. This was a stupid idea. Do not try this. Just set your settings in the laser correctly when you start, please. Okay, cool. Now that all our pieces are separate, we're going to laminate them together. We're just going to run some glue on 2 of the layers and then sandwich them. This part's pretty easy. You've used glue before. If it's not obvious, the best way to do this is to glue the individual parts separately, such as the upper horn and the control cavity and the contour. When it's time to clamp all these together, I like to use these binder clips or paper clamps. You can get these anywhere. They work very well. And then to put pressure on the center of the template, I'm going to grab these bits of scrap and just clamp it down with some Harbor Freight clamps. Okay, it's been a day, the glue has cured. We're going to take it out of the clamps and start cleaning up the edges since there's going to be a lot of glue squeeze out. I've got some 220 grit strapped into my sanding block. Definitely recommend using a sanding block for this, just gives you more control over where the lines and the edges are. You want to get all those glue squeeze out marks off, and you want to get any point where the templates are not perfectly aligned. You want to kind of smooth that out as well. Now you might ask me what happens if you cut too much into the template with your sandpaper, to which I would say, this is a master template. It decides what is right and wrong. Just do it.